How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be giving you some advice on how you can improve your aim in Modern Warfare 3 and for Warzone, which drops tomorrow. So it might be a good time if you want to sort of work on your aim just to get ready for tomorrow and get warmed up. So we're going to be going through some different strategies you can use just to let you snap onto your opponents pretty much. We're going to be going over shooting bots, targets, attachments, just strategies that you can use in your gameplay. So without further ado, guys, we'll get right into it, and I hope you enjoy the video. So, of course, first things first, the way to improve your aim is going to be by playing the game lots and lots, putting all those hours in, and you're just going to naturally get better this way. But one way I like to use before I actually start playing is actually shooting bots in a private match on my own, and this is going to get your aim on point. And there's a few different strategies you can actually use whilst shooting bots that are going to improve your accuracy, which includes, messing around with different aim assists and that sort of thing. So we're going to get into that now. Now, just before I do, to actually put bots in the lobby, personally I like to put it on free-for-all, and I'll put the time on sort of 45 minutes, which is the max, and then just max points as well. And then you're going to come back to the menu, and then, or the lobby rather, and you want to go to lobby, and then just add the amount of bots that you want, and you can also increase the difficulty as well. So let's get into it. So shooting bots obviously speaks for itself. Pretty much you're just going to be zapping around the map, just working on your aim. And if you do this before actually playing on multiplayer or on Warzone, then this is just going to get you all warmed up rather than just jumping into a really sweaty match of shipment first. But yeah, you can practice all your guns as well. You can work on different attachments, see what works. You want to be working on your movement as well. So of course your slide cancels, your jump shots, and those type of things. And that's just going to get you used to doing them on live enemies rather than just shooting targets. And yeah, it's pretty much all we got for that part. Now, some settings you want to mess around with. If you go on to your options and then down to controller and aiming, if you actually go down to aim assist and you turn that off, then pretty much it's going to give you no aim assist while you're aiming at enemies. So as you can see, it doesn't slow down, whereas usually it would. Now, if you get used to playing without aim assist, it will feel a bit funny at first. But if you do this for a good sort of 5 minutes or so, when you finally turn it back on, you're going to be able to just snap on because of the extra boost. So this is a really cool tip to use. So I've just spent a few minutes just using no aim assist, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. And as you'll see, it's going to feel a lot stronger than like with just having it on all the time. Because obviously you've gotten used to not using it there for a couple of minutes. And you can imagine if you did this like over and over most days, your aim's going to get a lot better and improve. And it just feels a lot more like you can snap onto them because obviously you've got that assist there now instead. So yeah, it's worth just trying out before your games, or if you want to put a couple hours in doing this, even if you have some spare time. It really does help. I can't stress it enough. It's just one of the best tips for improving your accuracy. So yeah, give it a go. And then sort of a little add-on to the shooting the bots. Whilst you're in between your lobbies, you want to always be shooting the bots or the targets in the firing range. This is just going to keep you warm in between those games. One I like to do is just practice on the slide cancel, just sliding side to side and locking onto those targets. One really important factor that's going to play a huge part in having better aim is going to be learning the recoil patterns. Now, obviously the MCW is going to be the best example because that's pretty much the meta at the minute and it's what everybody seems to be using. So pretty much as you shoot this gun, the recoil pattern is going to just go sort of pretty much straight up. It's going to go side to side a little bit. So if we do it on this white, so you can see. So yeah, it will zigzag a little bit in the middle, but the first few bullets, sort of where you're going to kill someone, is going to be this part, so it's just pretty straight. So if you just literally, after the first about 4 shots, start pulling down on your analog stick, and that's going to allow you to control that recoil a lot more. So as you can see, that's a lot more less of a spread. So putting that into actual play, you just want to be always gradually pulling down. Don't pull down too hard, but just very gradually just start to pull down on the stick as the gun starts to go up. So yeah, obviously every gun's a little bit different, and it's going to be different at longer ranges compared to mid and close range. But yeah, just make sure you figure out how your gun recoil pattern works. So, leading on from the recoil pattern tips, you're obviously going to want to make sure you have the right build on your gun. Now, if you want an accurate gun, you're going to be focusing on things that improve your recoil control, your vertical and horizontal, and obviously your gun kick control. And then damage range and bullet velocity can also help because it's going to require less bullets at range to kill people. because your bullets are going to be hitting them faster and more powerful. And obviously this varies for different guns, but for example, if you look at my latest video for the MCW build, you can see I'm focusing on the bullet velocity and range, and obviously the recoil controls as well. So just make sure you're keeping up to date on what the best attachments are to use, and obviously pick an optic that you like. Personally, I like the Mark III reflector, as it's nice and clear, and it's just really easy target to hit, really, to be honest. So yeah, just make sure you got the right build, and just base this on what weapon you're using as well. Now, centering is going to be a huge tip for getting a better aim. Now, I spoke about this in my movement video, but what centering is having your crosshairs where your enemies may be. So as you can see, the crosshairs are at my center of my screen. So as I'm running, I'm going to be centering on the windows, doorways. If I'm running into this tunnel, I'm going to be wanting to go onto the head glitch instantly, like that, rather than just sort of running around the corner looking down. Because if somebody's on there, and I've got my crosshair on them, I've got a way better chance of snapping onto them and killing them, you know, rather than if I'm just running like this, looking at the wall. They're going to take me out instantly. So at least I have more of a chance if I'm running around centering, looking at them. So yeah, you just want to practice this a lot. You can use this on the bots as well. It's going to help you get a lot more kills in your game, and you're going to have your aim up ready. So this is going to help a lot. So up next we have kind of a little bonus tip, as it is kind of not to do with your aim, it's more preparing for the kill. But pretty much you want to know when to shoot and how you're going to aim as well. So if you know an enemy's going to be peeking around this corner, and he's done it every round, you know, and he keeps sort of throwing shoulders like this, then you're going to want to be here just aiming towards the head, for example. But if you know you're up against an enemy, you keep slide cancel them, so as they come around the corner, you're going to be wanting to aim sort of a bit lower and maybe a bit wider. So it's just predicting these movements. Obviously this is hard to do 100% of the time, but it's just sort of basing it off knowledge of your enemy. So yeah, if somebody's going to be sort of drop shotting or slide cancelling, you want to be aiming low. So you just want to keep that in your mind and sort of think about how your enemy may approach this, and you might find that you win a few more gunfights from that. And then leading on from that, pre-firing and pre-aiming are going to be huge as well. These are going to play a huge part in getting more kills. So pre-firing, if somebody, the example that I used before, if somebody's peeking the corner, if they keep doing this, then you may expect them to pop out. So you want to just start shooting before they even do. And if they hop out, then they're going to be hopping into your bullets. And yeah, then pre-firing is pretty much the same thing, but you're not, and pre-aiming, sorry, is pretty much the same thing, but you're not going to be firing. You're just going to be holding an angle where you know an enemy may be. Now this is obviously going to improve your aim because you're just going to be already aiming on the target. So guys, that's all we're going to have time for today. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And we're going to be bringing out lots of Warzone and Modern Warfare 3 content within the next few weeks, and sort of for the future as well. But let me know any sort of tips or advice you want on any certain parts of the game, especially for Warzone as well. Let me know which content you'd rather see, whether it's Warzone or Modern Warfare 3. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below. So thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.